Hi, I'm Ash Morris, and I'm the new Performance Director for ESM Academies, and I'm also proudly returning to be the Director of Swimming for Hamilton Aquatics. For those of you who don't know me, I was previously the Director of Swimming for Hamilton Aquatics for 13 years, and for the last 4 years I've been working at Repton School in the UK and Cognita Schools in the UAE. Most recently I've been doing a master's degree in sports directorship, and I've been proud to lead teams of coaches and people for the last 15 to 20 years, coached over 40 swimmers to international level directly myself. And the most important thing about my life and to get to know me is that I have 2 beautiful little girls. My job will be to support all ESM Academies and to lead Hamilton Aquatics. As part of that, I'll be working with young children on their journey, making sure that talent pathways are in place, talent development is at the key and core of part of what we do, making sure that coach education is core principle of everything we're trying to do within our coaching programs, and supporting parents with parent education as well. I'll also be making sure that school centre of excellences are aligned to what we're doing in school and with academies, making sure that we're working with national governing bodies as part of national strategies and to support young athletes with their journey. And I'll also making sure that everyone has exit routes post-school to make sure that people continue their sporting journeys post-education.
Ash, it's great to see you back here. 13 years is what you've spent here in your last stint. You've been at Repton, you've been at Cognita, you're also doing your Master of Sport Directorship. What's the common thread that you think is running across all of this?
Definitely people. People is the common thread, but also leadership, performance, and coaching across all of that.
If a parent had to ask you to explain your role of the Performance Director in one simple line, what would you say?
It'd be just to support every child, every academy, every coach with all the long-term resources to make sure that they have a successful sporting journey.
To a lot of parents, the title of Performance Director is going to mean elite sport. I'm sure there's a lot more to that, right?
For me, it's about a journey. It's about taking young people, young athletes from grassroots of the sport, whether that's the learner pool in a swimming context, all the way through their sporting journey. And in my opinion, every single person has a different Olympics and a different podium that they can reach, and we want to help people get there.
To all the swimmers who are part of the Hamilton Aquatics courts program already, what does this mean on a day-to-day basis?
I want to be as visible as possible, and with that I want to be supporting our coaches on poolside. They're delivering excellent programs as it is, but I want to add more value to the coaches themselves and contribute to the environment and the coaching environments that we have in our squad programs. I think that's key to make sure that every athlete can continue on their development journey.
You also spoke about the coaching team. Now that you're back as the Performance Director and the Director of Swimming, what does that mean for our coaching team?
I want to help every single coach get the best out of themselves. I want to be there to support them. I want to be there to challenge them where I need to, and I want to be there to make sure that they're guided in a way that aligns to all of our academies' frameworks. And I want to be there for people if they want to go on a bit of a journey in terms of their own development. And in turn, that's going to give more and more back to the athletes themselves.
A lot of people who would be watching this, parents especially, would want to know what are your beliefs and philosophies for young people within sport?
Yeah, I could probably talk for hours on how passionate I am on technical excellence and tactical awareness, the physical components, the psychological components. But for me, my philosophy is very much based around people and developing athletes. And when we're taking young people on a journey, that's integral. And having spent 13 years at Hamilton Aquatics, that 100% shaped me and who I am today and a lot of my beliefs. And I hope that it also shaped Hamilton and sport in the UAE and what I gave to the sport and gave to the academy. But having 4 years outside has also allowed me to go and learn new things, work with other sports, work with other elite coaches. I've been part of GB systems, and to be able to bring some of those good things back and add value back to the academy is something which really, really excites me. So for me, this is 3 key pillars in my beliefs and philosophies. The first one is about developing people. Everything we do and should do within sport and working with young people should be around making sure that it's a human approach. We're developing people with humility, with respect, with all the values that shape our own academies. And we want to teach young people all the values of being a good sportsman or sportswoman. And I believe they can take that into their sport, but also into other aspects of their life. If we're developing young people into being good people, it's going to build relationships, it's going to help when they go into a work environment, and I believe it's going to maximize coaching relationships in and out the sporting context. So my second pillar is all about building well-rounded, resilient and robust athletes, and I believe there's a big psychological element to that. We've got to make sure that people have the mental tools to be able to survive not only in a training environment but in a competition arena or in a match play situation. And we've got to make sure that these young athletes have the tools to do that, and we support them and guide them on that journey. From a physical sense, that's about young people being exposed to other sports, having good athletic development programs, good strength and conditioning programs, and in a swimming context, that is also about making sure that they're given complementary skills to help with that athleticism. So the third pillar of my beliefs are about being that kind of well-rounded, unbounded performer, and I want to make sure that every single one of our athletes have the confidence and belief that they can stand behind a block, lane 4 at an Olympic Games, and believe that they're going to win gold and believe that they're going to break a world record. And if we can instill that kind of mentality and belief whilst keeping humble and respectful, I think that then translates into first job interviews, to university, to first jobs. And I think we, again, just make sure that we're developing and supporting young people on their journey into adult life.
Could you talk us through your vision for all our academies over the next 2 to 3 years?
Yeah, I think it's really exciting. I think what we've got to make sure we do is align and innovate all the exciting things that help young people, school sport and academy sport thrive. And if we do that by having the best resources, best facilities, best coaching programs, best coaches, I think that's inevitable that success will come along the way. And again, that's not about success being the gold medalist in Olympic Games, that's success for every athlete's individual journey. And if we can make sure that these environments are thriving and coaching programs are thriving, then that's going to be the key to doing that. And again, in a Hamilton context, I think this is about going back to old traditions and making sure we always understand what grounded Hamilton from the beginning in 2007, what shaped Hamilton, what was the core of Hamilton, taking all those good things that have made Hamilton successful for a large amount of time, but also looking what innovation is and bringing in new ideas and taking things to new levels.
You've been here for 13 years. If I remember, you were one of the very first people to join Hamilton Aquatics all those number of years back. What I want to ask you right now is, how does it feel to be back at Hamilton Aquatics?
Yeah, it's exciting. I think my last Instagram post when I left was about always being a Hamiltonian, and I don't think parts of Hamilton have ever left me, and a lot of what I have shaped my own philosophies in and taken into other programs have been very Hamiltonian, and it's made me exciting, and to come back, it is really exciting, and I want to take things to new levels. I want to do things we've never done. I certainly don't want to come back and do things we've always done and be that guy or that program. We've got to make sure that we're doing things. We want to be the first at doing things. I think Hamilton Aquatics traditionally has always been the first to do something, whether that was the first academy to have a 50-meter pool to train in, or the first academy to have an elite squad with an assistant coach, or the first academy to have strength and conditioning. We've always been the first to be able to do that, and I want to continue to do that. I also want to collaborate with other clubs in the community, because I think that's probably, in reflection, something I didn't do as well when I was here the first time. And I think the more we can share resources, the more we can share coaching practices and experiences, the more it will benefit athletes, not only in Hamilton, but in the wider community.
You mentioned about Hamilton Aquatics being the first to a lot of things. Is that what really sets Hamilton Aquatics apart from the rest, or do you think there's more to that?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things. What I would say is, back in the day, at the beginning of my first Hamilton journey, we were one of the only academies, and now we're talking about 200 plus swimming academies, 1,000 plus sports academies in the UAE. So in a sense, it was a lot easier to do things very differently and very original. And now we've got competitors in competition, which is great. And I think it's really, really healthy for the sport. And I think that challenges us to do things better and never to get complacent. But I think what sets Hamilton and probably only one other swimming academy apart in the UAE is we are one of 2 swimming academies who can take a kid from a learner pool to an international podium. And we've done that time and time again. I think we've had over 50 international junior or senior representatives, multiple Olympians. We're the only academy who's ever produced an Olympic finalist in 2012. So I think those things do set us apart. I think we do set a standard and raise a bar for others to aspire to. But I am well aware that other academies are also doing a good job these days, and particularly at a development level and an age group level, there are thriving clubs, there are thriving communities, and again, that's going to excite us, that's going to challenge us to never be complacent.
You're coming back, I'm sure there's a lot of things you've missed over this course of time. What's the one thing you're looking forward to the most?
One of the reasons I have come back across all of the academies, and particularly Hamilton, is I want to be back in performance sport and performance swimming. That is a key driver to me. Now, my 2 years at Repton, that was very much performance sport, very much performance swimming. We had unbelievable success. I managed to coach a girl to the Olympic Games, made the Olympic final and broke the world junior record. So that was an exciting journey. But now I'm off poolside. For me, it's about, can we do things differently? Can we do things better than we've ever done? That excites me. That excites me about Dubai in general, because I think whether it's build the tallest building in the world or the shiniest gold thing, we want to make sure that we're doing things differently, better, taking things to new heights, taking other people from other academies and other communities with us as well, because when one gets stronger, the other one gets stronger, and everyone copies each other, and it just raises the standard of swimming and competitive sport in the UAE. Genuinely, without sounding cliche, there's thousands of good memories. I think to pick even one or two would be unfair on hundreds of good swimmers I've coached and moments I've had, but it is about a fun environment, and one of the reasons I have come back is I want to really enjoy my work environment. I want to be surrounded by coaches who are excited and passionate about delivering programs to young people. I want to be on a journey with people, and I think the more we can do that, the better, and get everyone excited that they are part of an exciting program and proud to be part of that program. But for me, there was one milestone in my own journey. In 2014, we were the first British club, or non-British club, to win the British medal table at British Nationals. And yes, that's not the be-all and end-all of sport, but it was a milestone. Like, I came out to Dubai in 2009 and people thought I was crazy. Sport was pretty much non-existent here. And the more people kind of said that we couldn't do it or insinuated that it might not be possible, the more it motivated me to get a young group of swimmers and take them on that journey. And we did it in 5 years. We managed to get banned from British Nationals. You're no longer able to enter as an overseas club because we won the medal table. So it's something I'm really proud of. I think it was not only a personal milestone, but a milestone for the academy and for the legacy of the program, to say to everyone in the UAE, not just at Hamilton, you can do it. You can go overseas in your home countries, whatever that country is, and achieve success at the top level on the podium. So I think that was a big milestone, just to get everyone believing that we are part of something special.
We've spoken about a lot of things. Want to end with a quick rapid fire. What's the first thing you want to get moving on?
Getting to know people and getting to see people's daily training environments.
What's the one thing you're not going to change?
People's super strengths. Everyone has super strengths. I'm not here to change people's super strengths. I'm here to get the best out of people.
Where do you see Hamilton Aquatics in the next 4 to 5 years?
The very best swimming academy in the world. That's what we should be striving for. We're one of the strongest in the world as it is. We're one of the best in the Middle East, and we want to keep getting better.
For you to look back at this as success, what has to be true?
Happy swimmers, fast swimmers, excited coaches, excited parents, and ultimately more international medalists than we've ever had.